Okay, newspaper time. Let's go. This Hewlett story is a very big story, and a worrying one at that. I mean, we had it in the news. It's on the front page of the Business Day, Sakina, and I mean, we're talking their headline, Sugar, Salvation for Sector on the Brink. This is a massive, just remember how big this is. And of course, as an employer, this is massive for the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition, Parks Tau, has handed the embattled sugar industry greater autonomy to rein in cheap imports in one of the biggest regulatory reforms of the sector in a generation. And this move comes as the industry's bastion, Tungot Hewlett, teeters on the brink of collapse. It's a very worrying story, and I do urge you to keep following this one, and we do hope for a solution on it. Then First Rand faces potential 13 billion Rand UK finance probe hit. Moody's expects First Rand's liability over the UK probe into vehicle finance commissions to rise to as much as 13 billion Rand. That's about a third of the earnings the group reported in the past financial year, raising the stakes for the lender's future in the UK market. The photograph there is US Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. They hold a joint press conference in Budapest yesterday, and this is their ties with the two countries are entering a golden era, according to Rubio. And what else can I tell you in this paper? US tariffs squeeze wine exports with a surge in prices. In early 26, US imports of South African wine are about 17 percentage points more expensive relative to other wine exporting countries than in 2024. This is according to stats from the UN Conference on Trade Development. So more details on that. And the bottom, your cash or your visa at the Winter Olympics. Illicit vape market threatens tax revenue, and regulation has junior miners in a chokehold. And then just finally on the top there, Cardoso demands focus ahead of Pirates' battle. Kuduleni formally charges officials Africa must own malaria fight amid funding. So there we go. That's a look at the Business Day.
Dispatch this morning leading with private residence landlords accuse student leaders of extortion racket. Now, several landlords of private student accommodation across the Eastern Cape have alleged extortion by some student leaders, claiming that they are being forced to pay monthly kickbacks to secure student placements in their residences. The landlords, who did not want to be named, allege that certain student leaders at the University of Fort Hare, Walter Sisulu University and Buffalo City College are demanding payments of between 100 and 200 Rand a month per student accommodated in private residences. Calls grow to bring army to the Eastern Cape at the bottom there. Calls are mounting for the deployment of the army to assist police in parts of the Eastern Cape, with Premier Oscar Mabuyane urging President Cyril Ramaphosa to extend military support to the Eastern Cape as crime levels continue to alarm communities and political leaders alike. A picture there, Stage Magic, the cast of Sonwa Sakuba Productions, All You Need Is Love, entertaining a packed audience at the Cambridge Bowling Club at the weekend. And some of the other stories on the back page, Vilagazi tips CB for Bafana call-up, also Kanubi Turdi fights for survival, and East London pupil releases debut Afro House single.
All right, on to the witness, I think. Yep, the witness is next. Police launch a probe after fake Facebook Thornville land sale. This is a scam that threatens major development. Police are investigating a case of fraud after land earmarked for a major mixed-use business and housing development near Thornville, Pietermaritzburg, was allegedly advertised for sale on social media without the consent of the registered owner. So this is an interesting story here, and a lot of role players getting involved there, including the police, which are investigating this. A photograph there of, let me see, who is this? A 101 Pietermaritzburg resident, Valerie Edna Parker, has lived through war, migration, and a century of change. And she says she's got no regrets. She celebrated her 101st birthday surrounded by friends and family. So that's their front page. That's a lovely photograph, and happy birthday. What a celebration. Relief for farmers as Ngeni offers rates rebate as foot and mouth disease crisis deepens in KwaZulu-Natal. And this is a big story nationwide, but obviously being in the province. This is their big focus in KwaZulu-Natal. And then what else can I say to you? The top there, world is a less safe place. Proteas women stumble, and Umzunduzi is worth fighting for. That is the witness.
To the Cape Argus now. MJC opposes e-death certificate burial law. Now, faith leaders warn of delays. And while the Muslim Judicial Council has come out against the new white paper by the Department of Home Affairs that has proposed a system that may require an electronic death certificate before burial can take place, the Western Cape Muslim Undertakers Forum has said that the system is not new. The MJC has undertaken to consider review of the draft white paper on citizenship, immigration and refugee protection, Government Gazette number 53853 of December 12, 2025, insofar as its proposed administrative architecture may bear upon the release of deceased persons for the purpose of burial. Also, Herslia Sports Ground closure faces community resistance. Residents and dog owners in Van Riebeeck Park are raising concern regarding the announced closure of the Herslia Sports Ground to the general public effective March the 1st. And the community there argues that this closure breaches the existing lease agreement, which stipulates full public access and unnecessarily removes access to vital local amenity. The picture there is of preparations in full swing for the Cape Town Carnival, with a sneak peek behind the scenes showcasing the vibrant creativity and hard work that goes into the annual celebration. At the bottom, free protests disrupt access at UCT. Protests over fee debt and financial exclusion have erupted at the University of Cape Town, with some campus entry points temporarily blocked yesterday morning, including the busy M3 entrance in Rondebosch. And also 70 million rand owed to Garden Route municipality not collectible, and a ride-hailing driver arrested for fake license among the stories they look at.
All right, so the next newspaper is coming up, obviously with music, but as we put up the Sowetan, let me just talk you through the story. It is just an awful story. It really, really is. The appearance of these those that are accused of murdering that e-hailing driver, which does continue, of course, and then a Kuruleni cleanup begins. So take a look at these newspapers.